Here we are live at 5. Time for some all new break on through. Alright. Come on in the house. I got a weird show today. Yep. A little bit of an odd one. Ow. Well, everybody get in. I hope everyone's having a good start to their week. I'm having a rather difficult start to my week. Let me elaborate. My car has been down since Thursday, and I was taking it to my good friend John Adam to get it fixed. He fixed it. He always fixes it, but it's in Raleigh. So I drove back from Raleigh and all the way to Charlotte, and then as soon as I pulled in the driveway, my damn alternator went out. And I got a lifetime warranty on it. So I took it to my main down in Rock Hill. And of course he's closed on Mondays. So here it is. Tuesday. And I don't have my ride. So me and Miss Clayton are sharing a ride, so I will have to cut this one a little quick today in order to go pick her up from work. Who all's in here? Man, y'all came fast today. Chris, Brad, Timothy. Yeah, all's good, Tim, except for this car business. Yeah, Andy, he told me he fixed your lawnmower the other day. That's right, Mike. You are sitting here with the unimpeachable President for Life. I can't be impeached. I can't be impeached. You can't vote me out. I'm in. Benoit, all the way from the great country of Canada. All right, some more of you coming in here. Oh, there's Dave. Jay. All right, first thing I want to start with, I'll show you something I got here. Check it out, people. ANTiSEEN and Jerry A. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jeff Clayton, you told us about this record back in June. Most of us already has a copy. Man, you are losing your mind. Come on, man. You think I don't know that? You think I don't know that I already showed you this record? There's one big difference. Oh, look at that. How's that for an October surprise? October Orange Vinyl. I posted this on the ANTiSEEN page last night. A bunch of y'all discovered it already. Limited to 200, I think. Man. So proud of this record. Really proud of it. And now, it's in orange. How could it be better? Press it in orange. But I wonder if we should start doing all our records in orange. Why just do orange when there's so many other colors available? Have y'all been watching Malcolm's shoot interviews? That have been really good. sometimes the guys get things blatantly wrong, but I have too. So, but here's the deal about today, man. I pretty much caught us up on history. I mean, we could talk a little bit about what happened when we got Malcolm. But to be honest with you, it's been such a smooth transition that I haven't really, there's not really anything that stands out. I mean, it's like when Gooch's mom quit the band for him, and then we got Malcolm's answer that day, like within 3 hours. And then I called him and told him I would give him a definite answer by Sunday. I called him Saturday, the Saturday after, and told him, yeah, man, let's do it. Since then, you'd think, well, you know, he's in Danbury, Connecticut, or Newtown, and there would be a royal pain in the ass, but it has really been anything but a royal pain in the ass. You know, you give him his papers, he studies, he learns, we get together, and everything just comes together, just clicks. You know what that is? That's 4 people working toward the same goal. It's not 3 people working toward the goal and one's got his own ideas of how things should be. I mean, it could still be that way, but you know what? With the amount that we're getting accomplished, it sure does not look that way, and it don't feel that way. We all are working toward the same goal. And that's to put this band over. That's to keep you people happy with what we're doing. What was that? You asked me, man, nah. You asked me if I'm a Clemson fan. No, I don't go for any of the college teams or nothing like that. I don't watch football or nothing. I'm not a Clemson fan, though. I've liked orange ever since I was a kid. You know why? Because tigers are orange. And I was tigering before any damn Tiger King. Can you dig it? And, I don't know if you noticed, but the first time we were ever able to, well, our first record was black and white, but our second one was orange and black. And then the LP, the logo was orange. The record was black. Orange was the official ANTiSEEN color for a long time. Now we're like every other band, black, white, and red. But, oh, well, look at there. It's Trusty, Nathan Trusty, a little behind today, a little behind. William Troy, I know you, boy. Jason, there you are. Yeah, thanks for your private message today, Jason. I don't know if I responded back. I'm up so early, I start answering emails like at 4:30 in the morning. But the truth of today's show is I don't have anything planned. Oh, there's my favorite cousin, Sherry. Adam Wolf, otherwise known as the Dean of Sods, is here now. Maybe I should do a break on through at Sherry's house one day and make Sherry tell stories about all of us as kids. That'd be funny. I would just tell stories that make me look cool. I wouldn't tell the ones that make me look like a fool. But So what I'm doing today, I'm just kind of winging it. So go ahead with your questions and your comments. I'm going to try to keep a real good, I'll try to pay attention to them somewhat. Some may get by me. I really like that time I had Miss Clayton fielding the questions for me. That was a good thing. But one thing I did want to talk about, were any of you listening or watching right now, were any of you at the 35-year anniversary show? Well, if you weren't, I think anybody that was there could tell you the highlight of the evening was how we ended the show. And guess, yes, Dave Prino, you were. You and your lovely wife or girlfriend. Was she your wife or your girlfriend? You got to let me know something. But I planned that ending. I know this sounds weird, but after we decided we would go on, I kind of decided this at Joe's memorial. Your wife, Dave. Okay. Yeah, I introduced the two of you to my wife. Yep. What happened was I put away Joe's amp and the guitar. Now I'm gonna let you in on some deep dark secrets. I kind of had to kidnap that stuff. And you may think it's a dirty move, but I'm telling you, if I hadn't, we wouldn't know where that stuff is today. Jeff Barbecue Young, after Joe died, continued to get in such a bad way. I mean, he was stuff that he really wanted to hang on to, he was selling. Like all of his dad's guns he sold. Now, 6 months before all that, I would have bet anything I had that those guys would never sell those guns. But Jeff sold them, and from what I understand, he didn't get very much. I was not going to let that happen to the guitar and amp, because I'm telling you, if he could have got $200 for it, he would let it go. He wouldn't have told me about it. So what happened is, me and my brother, we could pull our resources together, and we said, we gave him a little bit of a retainer. We gave him $1,000. And we said, Jeff, this is $1,000. This is a retainer on that guitar and amp. I said, now, if you get somebody that's offering you 10 grand, yeah, I'll let go of it for you. But I'm not going to let you take these things to a pawn shop and get $200, $250, and you'll tell them, oh, I'll pay it back, but I know you won't. I hate to say things like that, but it's the truth. And when we finally moved into this house, you know, that guitar still has the last set of strings on it that Joe played when he played that show in Cleveland. Those strings are still on it. And I decided I was not going to let either one of those be photographed or used. And our buddy John Hayes wanted us to bring the rig out at the end of Tremont, at the end of the Tremont run. We were the last band to ever play Tremont Music Hall. And John came on stage and played with us that night. And he asked if we could use the Joe rig. And I had to turn him down on that. And so I decided, you know, when this thing makes its way back out into the public, I want it to have impact. So back then, I was like, you know, each guy was thinking their own thing of how we should do the big ending at the anniversary show. And I told them, I said, I've already got it. And they're like, well, what? You know, and so I was like, we put Joe's rig operating on a rolling platform. It's on stage the whole time, but covered with a sheet. No one saw it. No one paid attention to it. Who knows what anyone thought it was? I mean, with us, it could be anything. It could be a lawnmower. Hell, I rode a riding lawnmower onto the stage before. Has anyone played the rig, Clint? Just when we were checking it out, when we were making sure everything still worked. I mean, I don't get his guitar out and play it. You know, it's put away. I imagine one day we'll take the strings off and change them, and you know, maybe the guitar will be back in circulation somehow. I don't know. That's a little too far for me to figure right now. But we put it on this rolling platform, covered with a sheet. Last song. Someone rolls it out. We put the mic in front of it. I take the sheet off. And there you have it. There it is. No one has seen it since his memorial service. And there it is, all mounted. See, Barry, you know, you say to Barry, hey man, I need a stage that twirls around and then flips upside down. You know, Barry can make that happen. He's so not only talented musically, but you know, man, Barry is the one that built the barbed wire rig. That we used to bring down. You know, we had roadies bolted to the stage, and there was the barbed wire wall. But yeah, Barry built the rolling platform, and let me get some to drink here. Excuse me. And all I know is, man, when we pulled that blanket off, that sheet off, and I went and turned they already had the guitar switch turned on. I just hit the strings, and it just kind of made this sickening kind of hum. But one thing I know. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. Isn't that right, Dave? You were there. He's talking about it right now. It's weird, you know. You go to your your lifetime friend's memorial service, and you're figuring out a way to make a big ending for your next big to do. But I mean, at his service we had a merch stand, so what else? What else are we gonna do? All right. I hope when I go that someone figures out some good stuff to do with, you know, I don't know. Make a big concrete head of me and roll it on the stage so it goes through the floor or something. I don't know. But anything else? Any particular thing? I'm trying to think of what I heard Tom and Malcolm talk about. They hit on something, and I wanted to comment, but I'm having a hard time remembering it now. Yeah, Andy, it was a heavy moment. And we knew we had to do it at our last encore song. We couldn't come back out after that. It wouldn't have. It would have killed the impact. Oh, things are still moving along about the gravesite. I talked with Tom pretty in depth about it. Man, we decided we didn't want a plaque in the ground. We want a tombstone. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? The Young Brothers tombstone. You know, I wanted to have the ANTiSEEN logo on it somewhere. I wanted to have a thing of Joe's guitar and maybe an acoustic representing Jeff. You know, have him standing up, because Jeff taught Joe on acoustic. Most times he was teaching him how to play. Oh, there's Heather Wheat. My good friends, the Wheat. Man, I hope y'all are going to be okay tonight. Damn, Gulf Coast is getting pounded with hurricanes this year, man. Y'all please be careful. You know I'll be thinking about you. But yeah, I see you guys say you'll chip in, man. I'm thinking, I'm not jumping in the world, jumping up and down about GoFundMe, but with stuff like this, man, it can be really helpful. And none of us have the kind of money. I mean, because we got to buy the plot. Then we got to buy the stone itself, and then you got to pay somebody to set the stone. And I don't know, when you're burying cremains, do you know if does anyone out there know if the cremains have to be in a special kind of vault to go into the ground? I wouldn't think so, but what do I know? You know, I'm thinking maybe you do, but let's just assume we do. That's going to be a lot of money, but I think with all you out there that still love ANTiSEEN, that still love Joe, I think between us all we can do it and it not really break anybody's bank. What do y'all think? Who wound up buying Jeff's Gigi acoustic? Some guy drove down from a few states away and bought that from Jeff. Hey, Sir Barry Hannibal's here. He'll probably watch for a second and then jump out. But I gotta tell y'all, have you noticed the video on the ANTiSEEN page? Something wicked this way comes. Sunday, October 25th, 8 p.m. ANTiSEEN Live. Is it going to be a typical set, where you see all the typical songs? No! Halloween show. What does that mean? Halloween-esque songs. Deep cuts. The one we did back in June, we dug some up, man. Some deep cuts and some new ones that you've not heard played live, didn't we? Yeah, we surprised y'all. It wasn't a typical set. Anytime we do these, it's not going to be a typical set. Eventually, I mean, you know, I don't... Barry says whoever put that commercial together is a genius. I tend to agree. And I know y'all thinking, well, damn, Clayton, that must have been you. No, it was Barry that did it. Barry did that commercial. See, I told you that some bitch was talented. He can build a platform. He can make a video. He can play bass, and he can play drums. Yeah. So yeah, you come to expect the unexpected from old ANTiSEEN. Nick Barbarian. How's it going, man? When did I first work Chucky Inman? Oh yeah, and Barry can write a comic book storyboard. It was my idea to put Hall & Oates in it. So yes, I came up with the big pop. Barry would have had it end like, and then we drive and we see the Statue of Liberty. I was like, no, we get rescued by Hall & Oates. That's what the people want. The people demand ANTiSEEN get saved by Hall & Oates. I got my finger on the pulse of you people. How did I meet Chucky Inman? Well, you know, I would have to go into who Chucky Inman was. Man, we met Chucky Inman when he was like 16 years old. You know, we used to have a woman bass player at one time, right? Dina Williams. Her and her husband told us about this kid that she worked with his brother, and he wanted to know about, you know, doing stuff with bands and stuff. And we meet him, man. He's 16 years old. He's big as a house, strong as an ox. We're just like, he used to be our earliest security. Man, the shows around here used to be so well attended and get so out of hand. We rarely wanted club security to work them because, you know, they don't know, like, you get these, like, for instance, there was a club around here called Rockies, and they hired a bunch of jocks and all to do security. And when dudes are just, you know, slam dancing and stage diving and all that, you know, as long as the band didn't mind. Well, these guys were grabbing them up by their hair, beating the shit out of them. I mean, not just hey, calm down, motherfucker, but yeah, anytime they could get a jab in them, they did it. And they were hurting these kids, man. And it was at a Merciful Fate show. The original Merciful Fate. King Diamond. All those black metallions or whatever the hell they are. And you know what? I watched them sons of bitches sat there and watched that shit happen, and they didn't say one word. And that's why ever since then, when it comes to King Diamond or Merciful Fate, I'm like, fuck you assholes. You don't love your fans. You sit there and let them get the hell beat out of them for having a good time. Fuck y'all. And y'all can say, oh, but this album's really good. Fuck that album. I've seen the kind of people they are. I think they're pieces of shit. Now you see the people that allow you to make a living get the shit beat out of them only because they're having a good time. Now, if some bitch goes throwing liquor bottles and stuff, yeah, he might need to get his ass knocked out. But, nah, fuck it. But, yeah, fuck you, King Diamond. Anyway, what you gonna do? Put a spell on me? Draw a little fucking pentagram? I got something for him. How about that? Anyway, y'all got anything else you wanna talk about? I told y'all I gotta wrap it up early today because we're a one-car family today, boy. Man, I've had some really, really good mail days lately. I don't know if y'all can see this back here. See this? That was that King of the Deathmatch tournament. My main Mondo Braswell sent me that in the mail. Along with his James Brown. Can you see James Brown? Let's see. Betty, are you able? Now, get yourself from off the table. Betty, are you able? Now, get yourself off the table. Yeah, what do you think of that? Yeah, James Brown. King of Soul, James Brown, the King of Soul. You don't know old JC like some old JB now. All right. What else he sent me? He sent me some other good shit too. So, man, y'all can't tell it. It looks like I'm in my nice little museum, but man, from here over, it looks like fucking Beirut. God damn. One day I'm gonna get it all cleaned up and I'm gonna show it all to you. I'm gonna show you everything. I might do. Matter of fact, I'll do that soon. Net says Cathedral played. They did play, but I didn't see them there. I've never seen Cathedral, but I like them. That's the kind of stuff I like. Y'all can have all that Slayer, fucking Exodus. What's other groups y'all like? Anthrax. Y'all can have all that. Even though they did do a damn good Joe Jackson cover. I'll give them that. That song kicked ass anyway. And they gave it an extra kick. But, let's see. You've always been curious about my personal collection of what? Want to see the toys? Man, I'm going to tell you something. You think you want to see my toy collection? Let me tell you whose toy collection you want to see. You want to see our old bass player, Trent McNeil, or Tesco V's. I went to Tesco V's house. That's right, I was allowed into the domain, the meat market. I was allowed in. I never seen nothing like it. It was amazing. He's got a lot of, like, tons of old 50s and 60s stuff. You know, his stuff is like really valuable. My stuff's just kind of cool. I got a few pricey things, I guess, but a lot of stuff just means something to me, you know. Who are my top 3 favorite bands of all time? Well, Keith, that's that's kind of a hard one. Because if you're talking about the stuff I grew up listening to, it would have to be Alice Cooper, Kiss, and a tie between Grand Funk and Aerosmith, or even Black Oak, Arkansas. That's the stuff I grew up there when I first discovered music. I was listening to, but then came punk, and the big three for me then was the Clash, the Sex Pistols, and the Ramones. I know that's pretty generic, but that's what it was. That's what it was. But that early Alice Cooper stuff, that'll always be in my top, however many you want, top 5, 10, 100. This first Alice Cooper group, and I include Pretty's for You and Easy Action. I love those albums. I know some people like to say, "Oh, that ain't what it was about." But no, that's what it was about. It developed into the other. Matter of fact, Easy Action is probably my second favorite record by that lineup. But things change every day. Were you ever into the Misfits, Chris Wilson? Yeah, I was. I mean, I had some of those early records too, but that shit to me just got old really fast. I understand why people like them. I mean, they've got a great look, all this, but I don't know. All the people we were hanging around at the time, man, everyone worshipped them. I'm just like, there's other bands besides the Misfits, But that's what you're gonna do. I like to give people shit. I like them sometime. Russ went to see him recently. I don't think I gave him any shit though. I think he thought I was gonna give him shit, but I disappointed him and did not. How does my wife put up with me? Well, I guess it depends on that. Believe it or not, man, the only nights that we don't go to bed at the same time is Saturday. And I stay up watching B movies on Tubi or Prime or stuff like that. And I tell her, I don't think you would have liked this one. Oh, yeah, I think you would enjoy this one. I'm her censor. Hey, can somebody tell me what time it is? As soon as I see what time it is. Do I have a favorite Oz band? Oh, come on, Gavin Nash. You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that is Rose Tattoo. I saw Rose Tattoo. I saw them open for Aerosmith and Pat Travers' band. Did they blow both of them away? Yes. 4:30. That's what it is? Okay, I got a little bit more. I got a little bit more time. No, 5:40. Yeah, 4:30. Okay, 5:39. Okay. All right. I got a couple more minutes. Okay, Keith. I understand. Psychotic Turnbuckles. I've heard of them. I don't think I've ever heard them. But I like that group of bands that were forming around that time. Some of the guys were in a band called God. Some were in Bored. And of course, Rupture. I did a record with Rupture. I did a record as the lead singer of Rupture. After Gus Chamber died. I did it as of this broadcast. It was it's only been put on CD. I've talked to Zombo, through the magic of Facebook, and we've discussed putting that out on vinyl. Maybe I need to rekindle that conversation. How about the ANTiSEEN, the Jeff Clayton with Rupture on vinyl? Yeah, Cosmic Psychos, man. You know, ANTiSEEN and Cosmic Psychos would be a hell of a tour. You know that, right? Who knows? It could still happen. Maybe if we ever go to Oz. Captain Beefheart, love Captain Beefheart. I love all of his different phases. I even love that phase where he kind of tried to go commercial. Me and my good friend Eddie Monster from the Self-Made Monsters, he's always like, man, I don't like that phase. I go, man, what about that song? Give me a peach out of your tree. I know one of the peaches belong to me. How could you not love that? Love Captain Beefheart. Matter of fact, I was telling my wife the other night that whenever I used to work at Repo Record, when I was an employee there, I worked with Repo Record now. I used to work for Repo. I was a clerk. And we'd be time to close the store, man, and there'd be people in there, you know, just kind of shopping around. They weren't really buying anything. And man, you know how you get people out of your store? Trout mask replica. Oh yeah. I mean, if it's a bunch of doofuses like us that like that shit, it ain't gonna work. But most people, they don't like that shit. Sauce with Stepsister Fred, yeah. That's one of Tom Dark's bands. Bongo Fury had the best version of Muffin Man ever. How did we get to know I Don't Like You by Screwdriver? I mean, you know, all punk record collectors know about All Screwed Up. You know, that's kind of like one of the records you gotta have. Now, whether you can take their politics from that point on is up to the individual. I think there were still a couple good records following that, but yeah, All Screwed Up it's a classic album. I don't care what they became. That record should have been as big as maybe not as big as Nevermind the Bollocks or the First Clash, but it should have at least been as big as the Damned, or even maybe bigger than the Stranglers. I think. Personal opinion, I guess. All right, hosses. I guess I'm going to get on the old iron horse and ride down that lonesome road. Go pick up Miss Clayton. Have some good old country fried steak for dinner. What do you think? From here on, I'm going to try to have things, you know, a little bit more planned out. But now, it's not so much I got to tell you the story, but there's certain things that I just want to tell you about. You know, tell you, like, the thought process behind. Like, man, there are so many things that I could tell you about. I'm going to lay one on you right now. Anybody out there got the Psycho Killer single that came out on Jettison Records? On the B-side of that is our slowed down version of Drug Through the Mud, and we renamed it Heavy Mud. Well, at the beginning of the track. This was recorded at a live show. It was recorded the night before we went to Mama Clayton's and recorded Southern Hostility. Now, we thought it was a good idea to stay up all night and do a show before you go record. But anyway, at the beginning of that song, I say, this is a new song. This is an old song with a new arrangement. You know where I got that from? From Thin Lizzy's Live Life, the second double live record that Thin Lizzy did before they called it quits. And they were doing Don't Believe a Word. And, you know, Don't Believe a Word, words are real hard rocking, you know, straightforward. But they did it kind of like Still in Love with You, like a ballad. And just before Phil Lynott starts singing, he goes, this is an old song with a new arrangement. And I never thought we'd have an old song we'd do a new arrangement on, and we did. And I said it, and then when I've always wanted to say that. And that's what that means on that record. Some of you may have to go listen to it after me telling you this tale. But I've always wanted to say that. There you go, Noel. There's all kinds of hidden shit like that in all of our records. I will reveal all of them. Oh, hey, you mentioned me saying that, Marvin? Because I watched a little bit of it before I came home. But listen, I'm going to get on down the road. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and hanging with me for a minute, listening to me yak. Get you a good old October surprise there. Only 200 pressed on orange. That's at least to my understanding. And you guys have a great rest of the week. I hope you do. I want all of you back here next Tuesday in good health. So, you may say one, and you may say two. But when you get to three, you better be ready to break on through.